Hey everyone, I just wanted to toss out a video on doing some graphing. I noticed that on some of the exercises it asks you to upload a graph. So there is a really cool website out here, and maybe a lot of you are familiar with it. It's called Desmos. So if you just type in desmos.com, it'll bring you here to this site. This site you can either have an account or not have an account. It's totally up to you. Also, if you're going to use this thing quite a bit, there is like a tablet. Like I have an iPad and I have this app downloaded. You just go to the App Store and just type in Desmos, and I downloaded it. It allows me to do some things with it on my iPad. I think you can download it on your phone. Probably on an Android, it's there as well. But if you don't want to do that, you just come here to this website here and then just click the start graphing. So you can have an account. See right here it says create account, and if you know your account, you can go ahead and sign in. There's some pretty cool things that you can do. So I'm just going to type in x and then an up arrow here, x cubed. Then let's see, x cubed minus 2x squared. Now that graph is looking kind of cool, but let's just go plus 2. That's a pretty cool looking graph. So once we have our graph, or once you've entered this in, you can enter in more than one. If you just hit return, you can enter in another graph, another graph, another graph. You can enter in a whole bunch of graphs. All right, and then they all get different colors. So if you turn the graph on and off, if you click and hold this, you can change the style, you can change the color of the graph, whatever color you so choose you would like it to be. All right, and I'm just going to make this graph. Let's just keep it red. You can change the style of the graph, but for our class purposes, I don't really recommend these. So we'll just keep that like that. There's this monkey wrench over here. If you come over here, graph settings, you can turn the x-axis off. You can turn it back on. You can change its scaling. Same thing here with the y. So let's just kind of focus in on this graph here. So as I take a look, I think that all the action that I'm interested in is occurring within this window here. So I'm going to change my window maybe from -2 to 3 along the x-axis. So to do that, I'll just come over here and go -2, tab over here to 3, and maybe I want this in step size of 1. All right, and then along the y-axis, let's see, I don't think there's a whole lot going on here. I got a lot of dead space, so I'm going to go up from -2 to 4. So let's just change that to -2 to 4. And again, we can do that as a step size of 1. You can type in here if you want x-axis, and if you'll notice down on the right-hand side there, x-axis. And then you can type in y-axis if you so choose. Okay, so you can see right here that we have some labeling here. Come back into the monkey wrench. If you want to put little arrows on there, you can do that. So you got some options here. Okay, so the next thing is how do I get it off my screen, and how do I get it into my discussion board post? So that's easily done one of two ways. If you come up here to this icon where it says share the graph, there's a couple of things you can do. You can export the image. All right, and here it's really kind of cool. You've got these options here: large square, small square. Just kind of tinker with the settings, I guess. So if you want to see what a large square looks like, there you go. So we'll put that back to its default. The thickness, this kind of helps bring out when you go to post this thing. So at this point in time, you can click download here, and you can save the file. So wherever you want to save your file, you just got to remember where you saved it. So here you might want to give it a name. The second thing you can do is, for my Windows users, you can type in your box down here, you can type in snippet. All right, and for my Apple users, you can type in screenshot. So command space screenshot. Okay, now this is something I use quite a bit. So right here, I have a direct access to it. So one of the things you can do then is just kind of fix this and change your screen size here as to what you want to capture on there. So before you click here on capture, you can directly paste this right straight to your clipboard. So that makes things a little bit convenient. Okay, and then I'll just go ahead and click capture. So now what I can do is come back over here to my discussion board and say, hey, here's my cool graph. So I'll just click here in Virtual Cafe, start a new thread, give it a title. All right, and then I can come up here and I'm going to want to make this box a little bigger. So we'll do this bigger box and I can say, here's my graph. And then Command V or Control V for my Windows users. Okay, it all works out to be the same. To grab the handles, I'm just clicking on the graph. I'm just doing a little resizing here. Okay, and there's my graph. There it is. Short, sweet, and to the point right there. Okay, so I just wanted to bring this to your attention that there's a way to do graphing. And the cool thing is you can also do piecewise defined functions as well. So I'll let you do a little YouTube video search on piecewise defined functions on Desmos. There's some cool videos out, or do a Google search. All right, that's it, and I will yap with you later.